Looking back at China's manned spaceflights. China launched the Shenzhou XVI manned spacecraft from the Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center on October 26. From one-man crew to three-man crew, from one-day flight to 6-month stay in space. Here's a quick review of China's manned spaceflights over the years. China launched its first manned spaceship, Shenzhou V, in 2003, and successfully sent astronaut Yang Liwei into space, becoming the third country to send a man into space after the Soviet Union and the United States. Yang spent about 21 hours in space. 2 years later, a second manned spaceflight in 2005 put two other astronauts, Fei Junlong and Ni Haisheng, on China's first, multi-person and multi-day, spaceflight. In September 2008, China achieved its first spacewalk, conducted by astronaut Zhai Zigang, with the launch of Shenzhou 7. China became the third country in the world to conduct extravehicular activity in space, following the Soviet Union and the US. During their 13-day journey in space, the three astronauts, Jing Haipeng, Lu Wang and Lu Yang, aboard the Shenzhou 9 spacecraft completed China's first manned space docking with the country's first space lab Tiangong 1. Lu Yang became China's first woman in space. Shenzhou 10 was China's first application-oriented spaceflight. Female astronaut Wang Yaping delivered China's first space lecture to students on Earth. During the Shenzhou 11 manned space mission in 2016, China achieved its first mid-term in-orbit stay, by putting two astronauts, Jing Haipeng and Chen Dong, in the space lab Tiangong 2 for 30 days. The three crew members of the Shenzhou 12 mission were the first occupants of Tianhe, the core module of the Tiangong space station. They spent 92 days in space, setting a new national record for astronauts' longest stay in space in a single flight mission. The three Chinese astronauts of the Shenzhou 13 mission stayed in orbit for 6 months, setting a new record for China's crewed space mission duration. Wang Yaping became China's first woman spacewalker. The three Shenzhou 14 astronauts were the first crew to enter the Tiangong space station's two lab modules Wenchun and Mengtian. On November 30, 2022, the Shenzhou 15 crew entered the Tiangong space station and met the Shenzhou 14 crew, a historic gathering that boosted the workforce at the in-orbit space station to 6 for the first time. China's space station entered an era of long-term manned residence. During their 6-month stay, the Shenzhou 15 mission crew performed 4 spacewalks, setting a domestic record for the most spacewalks by a single crew. The Shenzhou 16 was the first crew mission after China's space station entered the stage of application and development. Gui Haichao, a payload specialist, became first Chinese civilian on a spaceflight. The Shenzhou 17 mission sent 3 crew members, Tang Hongbo, Tang Shengjia and Zhang Xinlin, to the Tiangong station where they were met by the Shenzhou 16 crew for handover work. The Shenzhou 17 crew is scheduled to stay inside the Tiangong for around 6 months and return to Earth around April. From its first manned space mission Shenzhou 5 to the latest Shenzhou 17 launch, China has sent 20 astronauts into space. Looking back, it has been a journey out of this world. Looking forward, there are plenty of space endeavors to be excited about. Let's give a salute to all participants in China's manned space program and expect more major achievements.